On this episode, we're going to be talking about the two biggest unknowns in anybody's retirement. Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's episode. I am Chad Owen, and you didn't shave.
I didn't.
You didn't shave.
No, I was going to do goatee.
We talked about it, but
maybe tonight.
We'll figure it out. Maybe it'll be in a couple weeks.
I'm afraid that if I actually do, because here's the thing, I don't do a good job of growing facial hair on my cheaks.
You don't think you have control of that?
It's patchy. I don't. So I don't do a good job of that. I
so
fail in that area.
The theory is,
if I because I always trim it.
Yeah, but here's my theory. I can guarantee you this is how it works. We take duct tape and we put it on there and we yank it really hard.
It, basically.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. That will work.
I just don't want to come back with a gogoatee and then get
you won't have any hair left.
Caleb's
I
trying
promise
to look like Chad. Like I assure you,
I'm
not.
You would need to look about 70 years older before you look like me.
Had a little gray in there.
I don't know. Your dad doesn't have gray hair, does he?
Neither of my parents really have much gray. I'm gonna be and I got a baby face. I'm gonna be looking like I'm 50 years old when I'm 85.
You're gonna have grandkids and they go, "Oh, your kid is so cute." That's my great grandkid.
Yeah, so. Golly.
Okay, so
we're talking about retirement unknowns, and it's funny. We had a conversation about this morning, and really trying to encourage agents to emphasize these two things in their appointments in 2022.
Does this microphone block my goatee?
No.
You sure?
No, I'm pretty sure you're good.
I think it does.
We have like a mirror so we can actually see what we look like.
Right here. So is it blocking my goatee?
No, you're good.
This is worth billions of dollars.
That goatee?
I think so.
I don't know why you're selling annuities if that goatee is worth billions of dollars.
Well, that's what gets the billions in sales.
Oh,
yeah. We're working on the billion.
We're working on the billion.
Yeah. What did I just pass? 230 million?
Not quite.
No,
not quite.
You stink.
You're getting closer.
Your numbers are wrong.
You're getting closer every year, but you got
absolutely.
I think you'll pass 230 and before the half of the year.
What was my end of year?
It was over 220. It was like 225.
What the heck? It's over 220. What was it? 220 what? 200. Yeah, look. It was over 220. Yeah, 225. That's halfway to 230.
I'm going to tell you all exactly what Chad is.
I am curious because...
And I need to update. I actually need some info on that.
I did. Well, because I was gone.
Yeah. This is funny. Y'all are getting just really candid here.
You get the real deal. Absolutely.
Okay. You finished 2021. Whoa. All the way out to 2025. I have these trackers built out like 5 years in advance.
What was my written production? Just get to the point.
You did 26.75 in written production last year. Million.
26 point what?
75.
So did I beat the year before?
Oh, you did pass 230 last year.
I was going to say.
I passed 230.
No way.
Before the start of the year, Chad.
Yes. So I'm 230 now.
You're
since
getting close
2008.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're over 230 since 2008. And you actually hit that by the end of 2021. So sorry to have taken that away from you.
230,361,963.
Yeah, since 2008.
So that means
I almost robbed you of that.
Yeah, this means I'll pass 250 million this year.
Yeah.
That would suck if I only did 250 million. I need to pass 260 million. And we are, guys, in our podcast, if you've been following us for a while, we are real. We are not hi, Bob. Tell us about selling annuities.
Well, that's just
today.
not even fun to record.
It's such a
nobody wants to listen to it.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense to me. And it's relevant. I mean, it's so hard. Actually, I have never seen a podcast that was done by someone who wasn't actively in the field that I would ever even follow. Mm-hmm. It's like, I mean, if you're talking about annuity sales.
Yeah.
Product.
And you're not selling annuities.
But even products, somebody trying to teach on product when you're not out there talking to the client. I mean, I had a, let's just say, a firm conversation with an agent lately. I'm like, why the heck are you trying to sell other products outside of what I'm selling? Because I'm telling you, these are the best ones. Mm-hmm. If there was a better product, I would tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason I'm doing rate integrity. I'm doing what is their stacked options? What is their historical index performance? What is the likelihood of it continuing? What's the integrity of the company?
Yeah, true.
What's the rate integrity? I mean, there's so many factors that come together
Customer
when
service.
I'm picking a company.
Good Lord.
And customer service, but I am so ready as well, though. If there's a new product, new company, bring it on. I dare you, insurance company, become the number one product.
Yeah.
And whoever it is, I don't care.
And pick up about 20 million in production from one guy here.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, because I do the last 2 years have been actually 3, probably 4 years, multiple companies, but there's been one company that's pretty much dominated any given year. Why? Because I'm a big income person.
Yeah.
And so whenever you have that, now it's in income with really good indexes, because about the past 5 years, we started having insurance companies come up with good income and good indexes.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do as well.
The problem that happened there, though, was that they stopped guaranteeing the roll-up for the entire roll-up period. Meaning, I mean, literally hundreds of income products that roll up guaranteed rate, because these index strategies started performing well, the guaranteed roll up stops almost all of the time when income's activated.
And that's why this one doesn't. Yeah. And if you want to know which one that is, you do need to become contracted with us. We will allow you to be contracted with one carrier. That's just how we work. We're not someone who requires all contracts. Now, there are certain levels, though, we do require, obviously, all the contracts, but it's very rare. So we gave them like the world's longest teaser to the 2 questions they should be asking their clients. This
the
is
2
like those
biggest retirement
infomercials.
unknowns.
I'm going to tell you in just a minute, and then it goes, no, we're not intentionally doing that. The one thing you'll find with us doing this is there are topics that we inadvertently discover that we want to talk about
as we're discussing
it, and pick the right product. I'm telling you, that is so important.
It is.
What good is it if you have great leads and you get in front of the client, but you have a product that you can get your tail kicked in front of, by these other companies? And I do not get my tail kicked. I always have the best product for each client situation.
And you know how to explain that it's the best product.
Yes.
Like, because you're not approaching it from the standpoint of, oh, Mr. Client says they have $100,000 to invest. Oh, Mr. Client says they just want accumulation. Oh, well, this, whatever illustration shows that over the last 10 years, this one has actually returned X amount. Like, that's not how you're approaching it. You're approaching it very differently. So you're able to explain it in a way that actually shows how that product beats the other ones that are being shown.
And it has to, and everything revolves around, and this is where we're going with this whole thing, is the 2 questions nobody can answer.
Yeah.
How long are you going to live for? And where's the stock market going to be tomorrow, let alone 5 or 10 years from now?
And if you didn't write that down, you need to.
Yeah, nobody can answer those questions. And I just heard someone just recently say, and this was a very well-known economist, and this isn't the first time I've heard this over the past 6 months. Over the past 6 months, these are well-known economists saying they have no clue where the market's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
They can't predict it.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, you can't. If it's something that's emotionally driven and manipulated by higher ups and string pullers that we don't even know about.
You're telling me these large Home Depot, Lowe's, they're not making a ton of money because mom and pop is no longer in business? I mean,
Nancy Pelosi's like the greatest stock picker of all time.
You're a Chevy lover and a liberal. No, well, he's not. I'm joking. He is a Chevy lover.
I am a Chevy lover,
but not a liberal.
Yeah.
And once again, when I say liberal, I'm not necessarily talking about full policy or political affiliation. I'm talking about this current group of clowns, and a lot of them on both sides. And I say that as respectfully as I can. Because if these guys ever, and once again, I'm saying this on both sides, had to deal with what we have to deal day-to-day basis. I just saw someone, I'm not going to say the name, but it's like something AOC is in Florida enjoying this nice gathering, no mask on, everybody's around her, nothing, but in New York, demanding not only forced vaccinations, but you have to have a mask on.
Well, that's just irony to me, or hypocrisy, I guess you could say, when you have somebody like creating legislation in one state, travels to another state for vacation where they don't have to abide by their same legislation.
Yeah, but we've seen this in a lot of areas and a lot of people. But, it's like I tell people, oh, annuities are the best. They're the greatest. Oh, they're perfect. They're perfect for everybody. I would write anybody at any age. Do you own an annuity? No. I own 3.
Yeah.
I own 3 annuities. And it's been since 2017 I bought my first annuity. And then for the last 3 years, since then I found 3 companies that were just like, okay, this is a great product. I want to be in it. It's good for my age. Now I'm only 48, so I don't have a lot of the products that once you turn 50, you have some accessibility to products that I can't get into yet, but I would get them if I could.
Yeah.
And so I look at it this standpoint. I have a product that not only I personally own and I believe in, but I also have a product that answers those 2 questions.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how long I'm going to live for it. That's why we have income for life. You cannot outlive your income. Oh, by the way, if you're married and we do joint lifetime income, you or your spouse can't outlive the income. Right. Well, I don't know what the stock market's going to be tomorrow, let alone 5 or 10 years from now. That's why we have something where your money cannot go backwards when the market falls. Yeah. If I have that, and I personally believe them enough to where I own them, don't you think this is a good product? Mm-hmm. I mean, this is why, honestly, I can say I love Ford trucks. They've been great to me. I had one year where I think it's 2005 to 2010, I think, for diesels. The injectors were not good on the truck. And so I could say, you know what? I love Ford, but man, the injectors kept going out of mine. We had to replace them. How do I know this? Because I personally experienced that.
You did.
Now, since I've had annuities, I've never had to worry about that money going backwards.
Right.
Now, I've I've jumped in head first on some of this crypto, and I'm telling you, you sneeze and it's down 20%.
Yeah.
You sneeze and it's up 20%. So, I mean, it's one of those things that you have to have something very deliberate for what you're doing and what the purpose of the money is. And that answers those 2 questions.
Yeah. Well, and I agree completely. You wrote a book, Stress and Rocking Chairs, 2 Common Killers of Seniors. Yep. And the reality is stress, you're talking about in that book, financial stress. You're talking about not knowing if it's going to last, if the market's going up, if the market's going down. Are you going to be able to take your 4%
when it can cause major health issues too.
It can.
I know for a fact when I'm on vacation, my blood sugar is almost always way better because I'm not stressed.
Yeah.
Well, now, am I stressed right now? No. My wife would probably tell me yes. Why? Because when I'm at work, I carry an extra pressure.
Sure.
And it's just, I mean, if I go, for example, we went to this, what was it? We were going to go to we were in Nashville and we were going to go to a New Year's Eve party. And every single time we went to these huge gatherings in New Year's Eve, there's a bunch of stupid, drunk people getting in fights, doing stupid things. And I never get to relax because I'm immediately on. Yeah. I'm like, okay, where's the guy with the knife, the guy with the beer bottle? Where's, stupid, cocktail. Some guy assaulting a lady or being verbally abusive to a lady. I mean, I'm on and I can't relax. Well, when I come to work, it's the same thing. I'm not worried about assaulting because, I mean, would you really be worried about him assaulting you? I mean, it's kind of like, when you had that creeper mustache, that was a little
that made you nervous.
That made me nervous. I just went and hit all the babies around here and the kids and made you get rid of the white van with no windows. And I had to get rid of that.
And they traded in for a white pickup.
Yeah. Anyway. But, we've got to be able to give our clients a peace of mind.
It's true.
And stress and rocking chairs, stress because you worry about everything, rocking chairs because you have no purpose, no intention, either health-wise or you don't have money.
Right.
And by the way, we did just get in a bunch of books. I'm telling you, it is a very limited supply because we are out, 3 months now till we can order more?
Oh, the back order on those is insane. Yes.
Yeah. So if you were going to do a bulk order, now is your time because I'm telling you, there's a certain amount that I will not get rid of. Why? Because those are my books that I use in every single kit. So go to stressandrockingchairs.com. We will only accept bulk orders. We're not going to do any discounts on 25. I think it's 50 is the least. And I'm telling you, we will not take that many orders for 50. So if this is something you're thinking of doing, then do it. Because we when we're talking about things that you questions you can't have answers to or you don't know, this book is in English, not financial leads, helping people understand the unknowns.
Yeah.
And so when we're trying to help you be agents in the field, just like me, I want you to have the tools available that I use.
Yeah.
And we do give priority to people who are in the academy, and we do give priority to people who are part of our organization. So I'm telling you, it's first come, first serve on those. And once we hit that threshold where I need to make sure I have enough books, because I will not go to an appointment, so much so as I even carry 4 or 5 books in my truck, to where if I go to an appointment and they have a family member or something that's there, I hand out another handout. I need to get better at keeping the kits in there. I've used my last 2 kits, but I'd even keep kits in there to where if the family member was there, I would hand out a kit.
Absolutely. And you should do that too. Have materials to be able to pass out. You never know what that could be and who you might help educate. And I want to add one thing to that, Chad. You know, we talk about stress and rocking chairs. At the end of the day, we can't make somebody get rid of the rocking chair.
Nope.
Right? But by addressing those 2 questions and those 2 really unknowns, how long you're going to live, it doesn't matter. What's the stock market going to do tomorrow, let alone 5 or 10 years? It doesn't matter. You can eliminate the stress with the right product.
Yeah. And I mean, if they don't have the money, you're going to be stressed no matter what. Yeah. You know, but we found a lot of retirees, honestly, that are I'm finding people 65 years old taking 30-year loans. It just blows me away.
Wow.
But
or they get locked into this lifestyle thing. It is.
They've got to beat the Joneses. I want to know who the Joneses are. Everybody's trying to beat the Joneses. They must be doing really well.
I think so.
Okay. Well, of course, until next week, until next time, happy selling.